This is a part 1, part 0. If Deku, the film Deku, had Tanya Evil's abilities. Her parents met at UA. Inku Midoriya walked nervously into the first classroom. And then she saw a rich boy, a rich boy with several rings on his hand, and it said, "Look at this, what I can do." And showed and do you want to show? And then Hasashi saw it and said, "Oh, do you want to show a card trick?" "Fine," she said, and then Hasashi walked up and said, "Look, this is how you do it. First, you pick a card of my stack of cards." She picked up nervously, said, "Fine," lipped nervously, and he looked through the, and he put a stack of cards beside it and said, and touched it beside and said, "Look," and he summoned a butterfly, illusionary butterfly. Said, and when I saw the butterfly, Asachi looked through the cards fast, and it stopped the illusion. Said, "Do you have a spare ace?" And then she looked, "Yes." "How did you know?" "Magic." What is your name?" She asked him and said, "Oh, my name is Asata Midoriya. Don't worry, I'm just a little bit. I always been like that. I like magic tricks." After the first year, they began to become rivals and good friends. All the class to say they begin to rise, but at the second class they begin to, and then Asar said, "Oh, honest, do you want a date?" I said, "A date? Shit, what? Where can we go?" "To a picnic in my mansion. So your parents are rich? You don't know the Midoriya name? It is famous for being rich and scum magic like works." "Yes. What do you expect from me?" You're, you're a good rival, but I like quick static. Charger. So, you can actually collect energy for the year. That's fantastic, but I'm charging other items. But I wonder, why do your eyes glow? I always wondered, when you can aim better and do anything better. You're reacting faster. It's my second ability. I can get more power into my shots, and the cost is this strain mentally and physically. I only get headaches if I use too much power. So, but I've seen you use your shields when you fought against me in the tournament at the sport festival. Yes, I know. And why do you explosion but you see when you shoot something blue spell that goes through anything, why don't you never use it on me? It's going through your body. It's not really a hero, and I'd rather not do it to you. But shooting explosions is fine. Yes, you weird, you know that. Yeah. And they went to and I went to his garden and said, "Do you like wine? Isn't too young to drink? Who cares about that? We're just gonna have fun. Fun. We're a hero course. Is we're meant to become heroes, and you cannot be a hero just by drinking all day. It's a date. Relax." And he put in a and they talked too late and talked too late and talked to him later day, and then we saw then they saw the evening became and it began to turn dark. I think you need to go home now. Just and Masashi just wait. Not yet. I'm gonna show you something. What? He took a match and he took a match into a piece of paper and then fireworks was beginning, and after a few minutes a firework went up to the sky, a night sky, an evening sky, so a huge fire. And then whoa, it was pretty. Well, it bloomed into green and red spark explosions. And then I pushed a button, and a volley of fireworks went around them. And she looked around her and said, "Is this the date? Is this expensive? Relax, my family's rich." And this is my first date. So you're not going dates with other one? Yeah, but not proper. Yeah, I've been, but you're different. How? How different? Yeah, you are kind of more special. And and then Then she kissed, as Sasha said, and said, "That was unexpected." And at the third year, both of them had become one of the top three students at My Hero Academia and UA. And they looked proudly, so they said, at last, year said, "We have been a couple for at least for 1.5 year." Yeah, no. But why do you still flirt with everybody girl around you? Pretty girl. Sorry, it's habits. Don't you like him a little bit of trickster? Yeah, something I like about you and hate you at the same time. And I began to laugh, and I said, "Oh, so you truly hate me? You know, love and hate is basically the same thing." It's Inko charged up a little item, charged up a rock with charged up a rock with electricity, and put it in his hand, and said, "Ow, you shocked me. Look now, you dangerous little girl." And he punched me shoulder. "You are so violent." After after they ended after the beginning at the end of UA, they became professional heroes for three for three for 3 years, and they began to train hard and the train rather playfully begin to go up the rank and said, "What is your Hasashi? What is your love? What is your little goal? I wonder." Well, I will be a, I will reach number 10 hero spot to be a great hero. Then I need to do the same exactly like you. So, you want a competition? Oh, I love competitions, you know that. And she said, "What is the competition?" Asked Sashi, excited, said, "Well, who can first reach the top 10? But what happens when you go to top 10? Then I can promise you hand in marriage." And Sasha looked, "What if I don't get? Then we just stay a couple." "The price is marriage." "Yes." "Fine. Both of us? Both of us are gonna get in?" "If both of us get in, we get extraordinary large wedding." "Well, let's go with extra large wedding then." And they began to train, and it took several, and it took up to, and it took up to it took up 5 years until Hasashi, until Inko reached top 10. Said after 5 years after, said, "Oh, it's time to get a wedding soon." And said, "I'm bare 11 now." "Really 11?" I said, "Top 10." And then after a year after, both of them was in the top 10 rankings. And they had a playful relationship. They had a playful relationship to how to get up to the high ranks possible. And after they both reached, after a few months, a grand wedding was held at the Midoriya estate. Said, instead of the father said, "Do you take her hand in marriage?" This Inku said, "Do you take Hasashi Midoriya in marriage?" "Yes." And said, "Do you take Inku's hand in marriage?" Asked the priest. And Sashati said, "Yes." "And let you forever be married." And I don't really know the wedding girl, so yeah, it's just be good enough. Then then a grand wedding were held, where several of the top heroes were invited. And Endeavor, the dragon hero, and All Might went to this institute and said, and almost said, "Congratulations, you're married." And Endeavor said, "I can't believe you actually got married." And so she, and as in Wallen walked to Asar, she said, "Congratulations. So, what? You got a huge house." "Well, it's held at Midoriya Estate. I plan to buy a new one." "Where?" "Uh, somewhere that is, I will need a pretty big house." "Oh, but you're a symbol of peace. How can you do it?" asked Hisashi and said, and she almost said, "Oh, I just train a lot." "Train That only a quirky, pretty powerful. What is it, Julie? I wonder that. I was touched and he said, just a strength quirk. And he said, it always be more in strength because your speed is incredible. And they were, what is your quirk really? And he looked nervously. Something. I'm gonna take some cake. And he walked away and said, Ron said, God, don't want to explain that. And Asashi and Inko danced at a dancing table. I said, I love you. And then both of them kissed. And the other heroes clapped. After 3 years later, 3 years later, Izuki, was born. And the doctor, you can talk stuff. She's extraordinary, tiny. Just look at her size. It's small. They whisper to each other. And the night after, the day after, Hasashi saw her kid. He said, and I was like, she's tiny. I know. Isn't she beautiful? She is, but she kind of reminds me of Grandma. Look, look at her strand of blonde hair. She got a long one strand of blonde hair right up her head. Oh, but and then he said, "Why do you remind me of Grandma?" Uh, her eyes kind of remind me of. Just look at the emerald green one, her emerald green eyes and blonde hair. It's your blonde hair, you little idiots. You know the blonde hair is a majority of traits. Yeah, but what's your grandma tiny, right? Yes. Please don't see actually she's learned your magic tricks. She did, and she was a little bit more mischievous than me. If she got mischievous like you, or even worse, then you really need to explain something. It said, it'd be fun. It will be fun with two little mischievous people in the house. You're a really military one. You're really strict. Strict. He was nervous first, but yeah. But what are you gonna call a child? Izuki. 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 So she gonna name Izuki then, said Asashi. And the both smiled. And Izuki just looked at her father and grabbed his hand. Said, grabbed his finger. Said, she's beautiful. This is the end of part 0. If the female deku had Tanryu's powers. And this series can be some little bit graphic afterwards. I hope you enjoy this.